Hey everyone, we're back here for floor 5. This time around, it's going to be the 2 character per stage mission or floor. So again, every stage you're going to clear, you're only going to be allowed to use 2 characters. For the most part, I don't think there's any exceptions between the boss stages. We can just go ahead and check real quick. 2 here, as well as 2 here. As you can see, those were a little prelude to the actual missions we're going to be completing this time around. So I went ahead and just used the entirety of the most of the floor, just Valram, obviously, because she could stun, and that's just like a huge advantage for pretty much any of the stages. If you have a unit that has charm as well, probably take advantage of it, because a lot of the enemies are immune to stun, to freeze, and stuff like that. But charm, ever since it came out, has been kind of like a niche stun, and not a lot of enemies have actually been immune to it. So if you have this Valram, that's a great option, as well as AoE units. Probably any good tag team units, like I'd say probably Swimsuit Leah, Swimsuit Betty, the Nemeki Ram, the especially the puppy Rem, the OVA Memory Snow Ram can work with Nemeki Ram. Just a lot of the signature duos you can really rock with. This floor does get a little harder, but it's not too hard. The main draw comes from it obviously being the 2 characters, but with that means the levels can only be so hard because you're limited to 2 units. So as long as you have those 2 of the best units in your box, you're pretty much flying high. It's kind of like it's a gift and a curse when developing stages like this, because yeah, you can only use 2 units, but the devs have to balance and cater the stage to only those 2 units. So if you pick some really good units for only those 2 slots, obviously the enemies can only be so hard. They're not going to make these stages insanely OP and only let you bring 2 units. So yeah, like at the end of the day, these kind of floors can only be so hard. It does start to get hard from like here on out, but it's just kind of catching a break with this floor in particular, with the whole 2 characters per stage. So I'm gonna let it ride out. These are a little older characters. Obviously, you can do some new options. These aren't the best options. I'd say Rem is probably a really good option just because of the invisibility and the fact that she can stun. It's just really nice, and then the damage over time obviously is really nice, as well as her being able to take full advantage of the idle memory, which allows her to attack first basically in almost any scenario. So that's pretty nice. Looking at the missions for this floor, we have really 2 sets of missions. For 45, you have to use Julius and Ryan, not at the same time. You can just use them individually. So if you checked when I went through the boss stages, you actually would have saw that I had Ram and Julius on the team. That's because I used them separately. Then for the final stage, which is going to be floor 50 or stage 50 on the boss level against Elsa, you have to use Subaru and Amelia. So basically reenacting the recollection battle that just previously came out a couple months ago, where you have to use the actual characters from the scene of the battle. Basically, just think of it as that. You have to use Subaru and Amelia against the Elsa. I don't think it's any Subaru and Amelia in particular. I would just use the default ones, the free to play Subaru that you can farm up, and the OG yellow Amelia from the general pool. I would recommend using those 2 because I'm not too sure if it specified the specific characters. So just to be safe, rather than sorry, I guess. So we're almost heading to floor 45 or stage 45. I always mix them up. To stage 45. That one you have to use Ryan and Julius. I'm probably gonna go ahead and use the Lab Ryan just because I've been using them all throughout the playthrough, so might as well have some fun with him. As well as probably you can use Cover Julius, but I didn't have him at the time, so I just used the OG Julius in the general pool. That one being the red one. He's pretty alright. I think he really used to shine in PvP, but that was way back in the day. I don't think he's all that good now, but we're mainly going to be banking on Ryan just to really cover the ground. As well as, again, you're able to use one at a time. So if you really need a carry unit and don't have any good Ryan or Julius's, you don't have to mix match. Same goes for the Amelia Subaru. You can use one at a time. You use an overpowered character with maybe like a level 1 Subaru or something like that, clear your missions, then you're out of there. Pretty simple at the end of the day. lab doesn't get too difficult, and it does get harder and harder, obviously, because it spends your resources and you have to have these plethora of characters. But like, if you actually do have these characters built up and you do have some resources put into them, it's not too hard. It's only those select stages where people really get stuck and really have trouble, and hopefully we're going to be going through those pretty easily. It's been a while since I've done any of those stages. I'm kind of concerned about how I'm going to do the videos, because I hope I can just one try it. I have to remember like the strategies for it, and I'm gonna have to remember how to beat them and everything. So here we are, first boss stage. We're just gonna go ahead and switch this out. So we're gonna go full-on mission only team. We run this Ryan as well as the Julius. I think anyone with the green tab. Oh wait, Felix has a green tab. Oh no. Felix has a green tab as well. So does this Ryan. Does Felix have a mission? I don't think he does. I might have missed it. Interesting. There's something more to it. So for Ryan, we're gonna be going ahead and using. You could probably use whatever you want here. I'm probably just gonna go with the simple attack memory. Other than this is, I believe, the night memory that only works on nights, and I just happen to have it gold, so we put it on Julius, and using Ryan as a leader just because he gives himself attack, and this should be pretty easy. I don't think Julius can survive, but I think Ryan is probably just gonna one shot. Almost. Critical rate up, nice. As soon as he gets a kill, he's gonna go ahead and get another turn. Hit again. Priscilla's gonna be annoying with buffs, but I think we can do it. Al is definitely someone we want to take out, because I think he does hit hard. Priscilla's out. Okay, yeah. Ryan just goes at, he just mollywops this for it, especially if you have Valrem. Again, with the AoE charm of hers, you can just stun the entire enemy force, especially with idle memory, guaranteeing her going first. It's pretty simple. I guess I switched up the memories here. We'll just go on and rock it. I don't think it's too big of a deal. So you can see that you can even do it without the idle memory. So that's pretty nice. Oh, maybe because Sword Saint just insta kills. Maybe that's why I let her go first. I don't know. I don't know why I switched it up, but it's not that big of a deal. The rest of the floor, again, it's not that big of a deal. It's gonna be pretty easy. Bring your AoE units, bring your charm units, make sure you can cheese it. Shion could be a great option for this because of her stance that's like given as soon as she starts the battle. Shield units, can work really well, as well as reflect units. With the new as of me making this video, the new Leah that has just come out, her reflect could potentially be really good here. I've yet to test her because I don't have it, but I kind of do want to pool. By the time you guys see this video, I might have pooled. I'm not too sure. No, I wouldn't have. I'm very interested though to see how the Subaru is gonna work out, the upcoming Subaru. I hope he plays well with Leah, but also I don't want to. I need more buffs to mono red. Also, at the time of me making this video, this is when the leaks just happened earlier today, so we have Echidna coming for Christmas. I kind of want to save for that because Echidna is Echidna, so I think that could be pretty bomb. Go for or stage 47. See, I kind of want to run different units. I want to have some fun here. Wondering who I can use. I wonder if I can use. Let me do. I'll do this team, and then we'll do this Ram with Anastasia. Maybe this could this could be very interesting. We'll put Ram as lady. Obviously, she's DPS. That'll be fine. I don't know. I'm just kind of doing whatever. Oh yeah, this doesn't work on Anastasia. I hate how Anastasia is physical. So many good magic memories. Alright, we'll do that. I don't know, just see how this goes. Test out some fun stuff. These later stages have been getting a little stale. Yeah, so Ram's pretty slow, but obviously she's gonna be very hard. Giving herself rage buffs as well. And another buff. Nice. I love how the AI did not waste my skill 2 there. That's fine. And oh yeah, he has stance. That was fun. It wasn't too big of a deal. I'd say if you're struggling, you should probably definitely put support. Like, looking at the damage numbers here, you can definitely tell, like, they eventually they could be able to chip away at units if they stall out long enough. If, like, let's say they stun or taunt or stuff like that for my units. Ram's just a monster, so I don't think she'd be able to lose to that. But, like, if you do have some mediocre units, it could possibly happen. So if you're having trouble, bring in probably like an OP support unit. I don't see Adult Felix working too well, but like if you have an actual just full-on support, like with Bride Amelia or either the Kid Ram or the Sleeping Ram, probably stuff like that. So they do apply Distract eventually, not that big of a deal, especially for Rem having no passive at all. Defense down can be applied, that's really nice. Sometimes those guys that just died, those blue monsters revive allies, so especially if you have like two of those blue monsters fighting at the same time, it can be pretty annoying because they can revive each other, so kind of time your kills there. One more and we'll fight Elsa, so that's pretty nice. For the Elsa fight, you definitely probably want to be using the Subaru lead because he gives, again, all allies 30% attack, so that's a pretty solid lead. I think Amelia gives Amelia camp HP units 40%, that or it's yellow HP 40%. I think it's HP. It's been a while since I've used her. We'll have to wait and see, but either way, you probably want to be using Subaru, as well as the 1-star. If you don't have the free-to-play Subaru, you can use the 1-star Subaru. He has an attack leader skill, although I don't know how well he'd actually just do in the actual content, so you might need like a really overpowered Bride Amelia or anything other than the other Amelia. But again, you could just use them separately. No need to put them together. HP 35%. Not sure if it's for everyone. Ooh. But yeah, we definitely want to be using the Subaru lead here. Elsa's blue, so that makes it a lot easier for Subaru. We'll give him an attack memory. Then we'll just use them together because it's not that big of a deal. Probably give her, not that, but the gold version, so she can get that speed as well as invincibility at the start of battle. Ooh, I like the song here. Oh yeah, this looks pretty easy. Yeah, just two. Oh, okay, that's because it's the first phase. It's just like the recollection battle where you fight an Elsa that just to fight another Elsa. Tricks me every time. All right, no debuffs applied, so I don't know what you can apply on her. You can apply taunt, so you definitely want to taunt on her as much as possible. She has the second turn ability where if she crits, she can get another turn, as well as her, very similar to the recollection battle where if she kills a unit, she gets a lot of buffs, so then her action gauge. So actually I died here, pretty interesting. But Subaru with the revive mechanic, ooh, he got stunned. That's unlucky. He probably would have won if he didn't get stunned. Pretty unlucky. So if you want, you can actually just use the free-to-play memory with Subaru. He gets this one. He gets healed as you know the fight goes on, or as he gets hit. So that's pretty nifty. As well as having the attack memory on Amelia, so we can actually. Where's the big puck? There he is. For the extra 1% to, I believe, Amelia camp. So that's pretty dope. I remember I always wanted that memory like really bad, and I finally got it. So that's pretty dope. So this Elsa, I think, works probably the same way, just with worse stats. So kind of just get rid of her as quick as you can. And I think we should be fine from here on out. I don't think she can out DPS actually well-built characters. I was kind of goofing around the first run, but it looks like things are starting to get quite harder, so that's pretty nice. Ooh, that's so unlucky, bro. Is this gonna be RNG fest? All right, we're gonna have to take it serious. Maybe we have to take it off auto. Well, also we have to get lucky where she doesn't crit, because she can just keep attacking 4 times in a row like that. So you have to be aware of that. That's pretty unlucky. That's pretty unlucky. She's gone 8 times in a row. I guess you just have to watch out for her RNG. Again, you don't have to run these two together. You can definitely run like a carry unit. But I think it'd be fun if we could do this together. So I don't think I'd switch anything here. I think this would probably work eventually. I don't think it's a big deal. I'll take it off auto, and I'll save the S2 for the Elsa. Let's see if we can do this. Do that. I was gonna save it, but I think it's fine here. We want the taunt to go off either way. Amelia entering the second fight without any debuffs is really nice as well. With the taunt. S2. Nice crits, so we really wanted those crits there. Reapply the taunt, didn't go off, so she only has one turn. Have to be aware of that. Nice crit again. She's gonna kill the Amelia potentially. She didn't crit there, so that's pretty lucky. Amelia dies to... I don't know if Elsa got the buffs there, because Amelia just died of damage over time. I'm not too sure. And then Subaru gets the crit, so that's pretty nice. So if you want to run the 2-team, you probably definitely need Amelia right here to be level 85 if you want that security, or you can just do what I did, just kind of RNG it. But either way, it's not that big of a deal, because again, you can only use one unit at a time if you want. I just did both of them at the same time just for the fun of it. And yeah, that's gonna do for stage or floor 5. Next is gonna be floor 6. Hopefully no problems there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.